Hey, Shalom, Shalom. This is Brother Ishar from GMS Mississippi Gulf Coast. Before I get started, I want to give an infinite honor and glory and praise to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing this truth with all faith and all righteousness and all sincerity. To you, I say Shalom. All right. This is just a lesson through the Rakah Kodash, man. I won't make it too long. I'm on the plantation, but I wanted to do this lesson, because something happened on the plantation. I was just, in my phone, reading the precept or two, not loud, not into where anybody can even hear it. All right, but I had to realize, man, we wrestle not with flesh and blood, against principalities, spiritual wickedness in high places, man. These demons, man. Okay. So you gotta look at the spirit of things, man. And that Mark 4 popped into my head as soon as I was reading and walking to the office, just reading quietly. Reading it verbatim as well because I was at the workplace, but Satan came and tried to interrupt. You know what I'm saying? And he came and just asked a stupid question. But it gave me the spirit to do this lesson. Basically, we have to be mindful, man, at this workplace, man. At the workplace, man, how we conduct ourselves. Be mindful regardless, but especially at the workplace, man. Okay. Satan come down with that great wrath, man. He can come down earlier than you think, man. Okay. And it's going to be, it'll go off on how you conducting yourself, man. Okay. Some people say, it's going to happen anyway. But see, you got to be mindful, okay, because we still in a time we can get our daily bread, we can still work, okay? You can mess up yourself too early, you see what I'm saying? And now you at a point to where you have caused more trouble upon yourself, man. All right? And trouble sooner than you had thought, okay? So we have to be mindful of how we conducting ourselves at the workplace, man, okay? Because we are in those times, man. All right, we got to make sure we having our Clark Kent on, okay? Basically, that disguise, man, okay? We don't have to, everywhere we go, be a super duper Israelite to everybody that we come across, man, okay? First and foremost, we're doing it for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. That's our whole duty, our whole obligation, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. But let me go ahead and get to this lesson, man, Lord, and I hope you're edifying. This is Ephesians 5 and 15. I'm going to go to 16. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. All right. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly. Okay. Let's get the word circumspect real quick in the online etymology. Circumspect. Salakia. This phone been tripping for sure. All right. Circumspect. It says cautious. It says literally looking about on all sides. All right. Deliberate, guarded, well considered. Look around, take heed. Around about, okay? So yes, in these times, man, these troubling times we are in and troubling times we are entering in, we have to make sure that we are being very cautious, man, on how we conducting ourselves, how we moving, how we grooving, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, literally looking around about on all sides, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I was just walking and not making no sound, man. I'm just reading in my head. Reading a little bit verbatim, a little bit with, but at the same time, we gotta realize, man, like I said, Ephesians 6, man, we wrestle. This is not a battle of flesh and blood, man. All right, it's not a carnal battle; it's a spiritual battle, man. Okay. And Satan heard it. One of his little minions to disrupt it, try to be nosy. You can see Esau ass try to look in your phone real quick when they walk up to you and stuff, man. So you got to be mindful, man, what you got on your phone. what you looking at on your phone, man. Now it's all good if you can get to a place to where you're not being seen and you're in your car or something, man, then that's cool. But you still have to understand as well, man, Satan, man, is a hunter. He lurking at all times, man. So that's why we got to make sure we are considering that, man. You know, we being cautious, we being mindful of that, man. This is Satan, man. Well-known, Esau, well-known hunter, man. You know what I'm saying? So he always lurking and looking and being so-called nosy, all in your business, man. Okay? Well, we got to make sure we're not putting our business out for them to be in it. You see? It's 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking who he may devour, man. Right, man? We got to be sober, man. We got to be up, man. We got to be awake in the spirit, man, to realize at all times, every time, every day and night, man, where we at, man? We in Babylon, man. Okay? This is not our rest. So we shouldn't be resting and chilling and shucking and jiving, man. All right? And being careless, man, while we on the workplace. Okay? This is for myself first and foremost. Because regardless, if I can sit here and say I was just, you know, looking at the scriptures and reading in my head or reading real low, it don't matter, man. You know, from me myself got to tighten up. That was through the spirit, you know what I'm saying? This is through the spirit, this lesson. You know what I'm saying? And if brothers need to hear it, man, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? We got to tighten up, man. It's okay. We ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But again, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking who he may devour, man. Satan's always on alert, man. Okay? It ain't nothing for this man, which he does anyway, to ruin you, man. Okay? And you don't want to put yourself in a bind to where your livelihood, your daily bread, as you getting as of now, being taken from you, man, because of your ignorance, man. Okay? So you got to make sure you on point, man, in the spirit, man. All right? And being mindful how you moving, man. On the workplace, on and off, but especially on the workplace, because that's your money, man. That's your money is a defense, man. This is what's helping you stay grounded, man. Okay? Able to get food and feed your family, man. Have a roof over y'all head, man. So why mess that up, man, for being ignorant, man, and doing some stupid shit? All right? You don't have nothing to prove to nobody but Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Okay? So make sure you staying sober, man. This is Proverbs 22 and 3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. But the simple pass on and are punished, right? A prudent man. Let's get a real quick definition of prudent. It says, acting or showing care or thought for the future, wise, cautious. Right along with circumspect, being cautious, being mindful, being wise. Okay? So a prudent man uses that wisdom, understanding what time we're in, knowing this is not the time to just be out here all over the place exposing yourself, man. Leaving yourself for Esau to devour you, man. To put you in harm's way, man. Okay? And it says acting, the first one says acting with or showing care of thought for the future. All right, right, man, because the times we coming in. All right, all these super duper Israelites that's wearing the fringes all over the shirt, man, they gonna see that they that simple that the scripture's speaking of, man. Not being mindful. They gonna be punished. They gonna get caught first. They gonna get wrapped up first. You know what I'm saying? Tortured, all that first, because they wasn't being mindful of the times, man. You see what I'm saying? They putting a red target on themselves, man. Because of their ignorance. Because they weren't using wisdom. They weren't being cautious. Okay? But see, we supposed to put on as the elect. The elect will be prudent, man. Foreseeing the evil, hiding themselves. How they're gonna hide themselves. okay? By the way they conduct themselves, man. Not having fringes on every damn t-shirt. Not out here talking about Yasharala at the workplace. Not sitting out here saying Yahweh Shem outside all loud. Telling people you're the chosen people everywhere you go. If they can't get it, man, on them highways and hedges, or they can't get it, man, by way of the internet, man, which is all four corners of the earth, man, they can't get it then to hell with them. To hell with them. Okay? But don't be exposing yourself, man. And I'm going to say this, also don't be putting brothers in jeopardy as well. So you can put brothers and their families in harm's way, okay? Because Esau ain't stupid. He see who you hang with. He see similarities in you and brothers, especially if y'all work for like a same company or something. Okay? Know how to finesse, know how to turn it on and off. Okay, especially when you get around these damn devils, man. You know what I'm saying? Still keep that spirit on, man, and being righteous about yourself. But man, put on this shit over there and just fake laugh at their jokes or whatever you gotta do, man. Don't be sticking out like a sore thumb, man. Okay? Everybody ain't gotta know you don't eat this. Everybody ain't gotta know that pork is abominable. You ain't got, man, shit, okay. Now I'm allergic to pork. Now I don't eat seafood. I'm allergic to that, man. I'm allergic to seafood. You know what I'm saying? If I touch it, I gotta get an EpiPen. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit like that. You know? But that's being prudent. That's being wise. That's using wisdom. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times. Okay? Applying our precepts. Being mindful, man. That wisdom gonna have you being mindful, man. You know? This is Matthew 10:16. It's the Lord. He said, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves, man. This is saying Esau, man, it's your own people too, man. 2/3 of your own family. Scripture say, well, the enemy should be in your own house, of your own household. So you gotta be mindful how you dealing with family with this thing. They ain't gotta know, you know. And I'm speaking for myself. When I first came in, I wasn't so mindful. You know, I wasn't so mindful. You know, I was happy. You know, I was explaining it to mom and dad and stuff like that, and you know, my siblings, and you know, y'all but me outside. You know, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? And then shit, Jake got this thing as if it's just like a motherfucker just putting on, or just acting or something, like it's an acting class or something. But that's okay, you know. But you know what? Yeah, man. You know that Mr. Wars, man. The Lord got us out here with man. We are battling, man. Real demons, top demons. That if they ain't that strong, they slick as hell. So we got to make sure we are girded up about this truth and being and keeping our armor on, man, the spiritual armor, man, and being mindful, man. Okay. Again, especially at the workplace. Okay. I'm going to reread it. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Okay, wise. What is it to be wise? Right? It says, having the power of judging, discerning rightly. Prudent. There it is. Discreet, experienced. Particularly knowing what? Having the power of discerning rightly. Discerning what? The times, man. Okay? Esau ain't playing. Esau, it ain't nothing for Esau to fire. You don't give a damn if your car no pays, food in your house. Esau act like he don't know your ass the next hour. You know? So don't be so comfortable to where you not being sober. You in the spirit, man. You ain't being mindful, man. All right? And don't just put no red target on your back, man. So soon. Yeah, we got to be demonized. Yeah, but, man, we have to do our part and continue getting our daily bread until the Lord turns that on. Till that time come within prophecy, man. All right? And with that, I'm going to close out and give infinite honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, your great millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing this truth with our faith, righteousness, and sincerity. To you, I say shalom.